Hey guys, welcome back to Medusa Cars. I'm Aaron. So today I'm going to get a bunch more done on this. Not quite going to get all the way to the end, but get the front end figured out. I run somewhere and pick up all the little nuts and bolts and stuff that I need to finish up some of the front of this thing. And to get a little odds and ends done. This video's run a little longer than I want it to, just because I know how you guys watch these things, what you watch, even though the last few have been bad videos, but whatever, I don't care. I'm keeping going, and I have a bunch of the parts, got some wings sitting back there, which, you know, as you've seen in the other videos, that this thing didn't have much of anything around the edges because somebody pulled it all off. Well, let's get into the video, see what I got done so far. And in the next video, I will have this thing finished up and ready to go. I know, now I really have to do it. But all I need to do for that is make some brackets down there. Make some brackets to hold the bumper, because this is an aftermarket. Move my hand in certain directions and it shakes. Sorry about that. Aftermarket fiberglass front bumper, so I need to make some brackets to hold things, and I need the lift, and the crank is still not here for the Talon. Machine shops, I swear. I don't get it. I don't know why it's taking so long. All we're going to do is polish it so that when I put this thing together, I could know that somebody was going to get a decent car, but that's besides the point. So I got a few things that there are a bunch of stuff I got done in this video. A few little odds and ends that I picked up so I can finish some of the stuff on this and finish up the front end so I can go out and take it for a drive. That would be awesome. But yeah, let's get into the video. All right, so we got the aftermarket front bumper that's fiberglass, so no parking next to curbs. And one of the parts I had to go pick up because the one that shipped to me was wrong. Front bumper beam, the crash support for in here. Then we'll find out if those are actually in the right place. Ordered one on eBay. Came to me as the rear, not the front. I don't know how you screw that up, but whatever. Guy refunded me and off we go. And then here's the box of all the other parts that need to go on there. All the headlight stuff, overflow bottle, all the little crap. And then I got a intercooler that doesn't have a giant line through the middle of it. Needs a little repair there, and we're gonna overlook that. Because I just need to know if this all works fine, because this one has that nice line in it, so you know there's nothing gonna be sealed up about that. And eventually we're gonna upgrade this anyways. New header panel. Flip that over. And it does not have the washer doodads in it, because I think it looks better without them. And I got the foam to go in front of that, just in case, I don't know. And a driver fender. Alrighty, well. Oh, and I forgot. A pile of nuts and bolts and washers, and it's still not enough. I gotta get a hold of one of my other guys and see if he's got all the last bits I need, but I think that should be enough to get this sucker back together, and you know, we'll go from there. All right, let's get this beam on here. Let's see if this is actually right, and then I can clean it. But if this isn't right, nothing else will be. Oh, it fits, it fits. Let's see if it lines up. Oh, that hole lines up pretty good. Dude. Oh, look at that. I only have one of these bolts. That's one of the ones I want to go get. But, come on, get in there. All right, so that one's in. And dude, not bad. All right. Let's see, I got a bolt here somewhere that should be about the same size like that one. Heh. Dude. Oh, look at that. That bolt dropped in there. That bolt dropped in there. Heck yeah. We are headed in the right direction. Cool. That means the front of this thing is pretty square. Okay, so that needs to come off. I need to swap out that intercooler. That needs to be cleaned. And I have some Krylon spray paint. So we can make it at least white. Might be too white, but hey, that'll work. All right, now I got to get this off of here, get it figured out how to get the intercooler swapped out. Yes, we're heading in the direction I want to go. And then I got to get this bent back into place. A couple other little odds and ends fixed up. All right, well, this one's just temporary anyways until I figure out a different intercooler situation, but that's the one that came out. And it's tweaked, twisted in all kinds of ways. So we'll put this one in there temporarily. I got that end somewhat round again. And then it looks like this is bent upward a little. Probably hard to tell on camera, but that end needs to go down a little. Block of wood, hammer, put these screws back in here that somebody else took out. And a block of wood and a hammer will fix that. I have one that's not bent, but it's red and I don't want to use it unless I have to. This brace might be bent a little. Figure that out when I put the header panel on. I'll have to put that screw back in there for the latch, make sure all that goes back in. And then I'll have to start working on this corner here. That needs to come this way. That's pretty simple. Let's see, where is... There it is. We need this. Let's put that on there and give it a little what for, and bingo. That is pretty much straight again. So some of this will be easy, some of this will be harder. This one's not too tough. This piece is the one that's going to be a little tougher to get. I'll have to get that fender on, put the header panel on, bolt it in back behind here, and then see where these all line up. That one, and that one. So I can figure out where that needs to be front to back, side to side. That fan was pushed in just a hair, but it doesn't hit anything. So that should be okay. And this lower piece might be bent just a slight bit. I'll find out when we put that back in there. I don't think that much else is out of the way. I had to loosen up this oil cooler to get to the bolts there on that side, because when this is up here, they're hidden behind it. Other than that, so far, nothing terrible. All pretty simple and easy. But yeah, keep on keeping on. And I'll get the intercooler back in. Because like I say, I want to get all this stuff on here so I don't have to take it all back off again. Just to, I mean, probably have to take it off again when I change the intercooler, but for now I don't want to have to take any of the other stuff off. All right, so if we look here, almost a finger width off of there. Bolt holes almost line up. That one, you see this brace needs to go forward. And then this one here is slightly off. You can really see where the crease is on that one. And this cover doesn't come out of there very well. Like this cover just pops right out. So that one's definitely tweaked. Little bit of wrench on that one and twisted back into shape should be fine. This is going to be a different story. That one just a little tweak, perfect. That one, I'm going to have to unbolt all of this and put that red piece in there that I have. This one. Because, yeah, you can still see that thing's bowed and bent in different places, so this will have to go in there. Get that squared away, hopefully push that back out to where it needs to be. If not, there's a slight bend in just the face of that piece. I mean, you see how this one's out a little and that one's in a little. Maybe that's the difference. I know that this side was pushed up, so this, who knows? That's one of those figure it out as we go things. You know, when you get them cheap, there's a reason, and you have to go through and figure those reasons out. So I do have it bolted on that end and bolted on that end, so that thing is at least somewhat where it goes. So pull it off, bend these things around a little, get everything figured out, get that section unhooked, and go from there. And I put that lid back on so I could figure out where everything was fitting. This fender doesn't fit quite as nice. Look at the gap here, right there. It does not fit quite as nice as this side. You can see the gap's a little better there and way better here. And that thing just needs a little clip put back in it. So that's where the fun part of figuring all this out goes. As soon as I can get everything squared away here, I can work on that. I'd show you the gap down the hood, but when you close it or you drop it down, it's black on a black gap with a white. Yeah, you can't see nothing. It's really hard. I had to run the light down it to even look at it. And I think this gap is a little different than that side, but that could be factory stuff. Who knows? Yeah, it looks, and it could be the difference of a black fender on white. Who knows? Yeah. Well, I'll get back to finishing up, pull this off, get all this stuff reworked, put this back on and see what happens. All right, well, we got that one into place, and to be honest, I did all of it with my hand. Forgot to video it, but the holes line up. That came tiny bit closer, but not much. And then this one, it got back, it's a little closer. Once everything's done, it'll screw in. So I think on this, the problem is this here. I think that this is bent backward. So I'm gonna need to bend this whole piece out, because I think it's supposed to be like that. So I need to bend this whole section here out that way. Should push this closer. I need to get it close enough that I can put bolts in it. So I gotta take all this apart again, bend that, put that back on, put that back on. All the fun stuff. Okay, well that worked. Super close. Needs a little bit of a bend, because we'll see where is the bolt hole is. You can barely see the edge of the bolt hole there. So it needs to go down and forward. I think I can do that without taking anything off. We'll see. But I think I can make that work. Let's try pry bar right here. Now we need to go down. That. Grab the red one. I think we're just about there. It looks pretty dang close. Let's put some bolts in it. Slide the panel on and see what it looks like. All right, well, that's pushed on there. Looks pretty decent. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna close the hood. And I should get new struts for this. Make it a whole lot easier. Wow. Okay, so That's, this side needs to come up a hair. That side is like perfect. So I'm gonna mess with the bracket on this side. To get it to lift it a little. It was showing it here and right here. But you can see that fender line. There's a good spot to see it. It looks pretty dang good. And then over here it's a little wider. Now I'm just gonna mess with that. All right, well, I think I need to cut a couple of tabs on the bumper in there and in there, get that thing to sit where I want it. Who knows? Still got to play with it, but both of those sides are like wings. They stick way out there. I think somebody had it sitting somewhere on the ground in a way that it opened up. So I need to close it up, pinch it between something and heat it up and let it relax back into shape. But hey, it's starting to look pretty dang good. I actually really like this bumper. So we're getting there, getting there. Oh, this is looking cool. I gotta get that fender liner pushed back up in, but there's a little brace in there I don't have. So, yeah. This thing will be pretty cool. I just need to get this bumper figured out, which it's probably gonna take a day or two to pull that thing back into shape. I'm gonna have to heat it up because I don't think we're gonna have any nice sunny days to get that hot. But it shouldn't be that bad. All right, I went to see my guy that does Mark III Supras. This is almost all the little stuff I got from there's one piece, couple pieces I already put on. These are little tiny screws, little tiny ones. Are the ones for right here on the headlight. Needed at least one for that one. Then I need 4 screws for putting the side of that on. And we have 4 screws for putting that on. Screws for down here, I'm missing some. The bushings, didn't know which one I needed, but bushings and the bolt for the upper seat belt that I was missing. Here's the upper coat hook that goes above the seat belt area up in here. And this little tiny screw cover that I was missing back over there somewhere. And then the other bumper bolt, pair of nuts for the bumper bolt, these little plastic pieces with screws are the ones, where's one, that go right there that capture all of that stuff. And there's a few of them that go around this. I was missing them for the other side. And then this little bracket on the other side of the car goes, you know, down inside of there. Was missing one of those. Yeah, so it's been, I don't know, weeks since I did a video on this and never posted anything because I couldn't finish it. So I'm going to try to get all this finished up in the next couple of days. So I'm going to slam some stuff together and show you what's going on. If I run anything that's like, oh, you should know this, I'll bring in, but I'm sure there are guys that know way more about this than I do, other than I know how to put things together. So yeah, I'm gonna get the headlight buckets all put together, which, you know, somebody pulled this out, which is pretty simple. Those clips on the side of there just slide into, into there. Just give it a little push and it'll pop in. Then take the trim ring off, put the headlight in, put the trim ring on, and then this goes over the top of it all. Finishes off the sides. So, and then I got a bunch of little nuts and bolts for in here too. But I'm gonna try to get this thing done. I'd like to have this on the road and drive it. Weather's good. Be fun to drive this thing. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm gonna get done right now. All right, guys, that's the end of the video, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have been great. I know the last few videos have been kind of mediocre and less than. Just life happens, get sick. Waiting on stuff to show up so you can finish something and get it out of your way instead of pushing it in and out, in and out, in and out. But yeah, we'll get this thing finished up for the next video so I can go take it for a drive. And then we can see how this thing actually does. Make sure it builds some boost, make sure it does what it's supposed to do, because as you see, we put a new intercooler in here, and you know, that's how these things work. Put things together, make sure it all works, pull it back apart if you have to. But yeah, that's where it's at, and I'll see you guys on the next video, and I appreciate it. Thank you.